Thanks for having me. The situation in Gaza is just heartbreaking and overwhelming. For the 18th day, the Palestine Red Crescent teams have been working around the clock to deal with the increasing number of casualties. In Gaza, there is no safe place. Literally, everything have been under intense bombardment. Homes, residential buildings, schools, hospitals, even roads, infrastructure, and places of worship, whether mosques or even churches. So the situation is just so much hard. I don't think anyone in this world can even handle it.
And what role does the Palestine Red Crescent Society play in the provision and distribution of the aid?
So the Palestine Red Crescent have been working for over a week to coordinate the entry of the aid to Gaza Strip with our partners in the Egyptian Red Crescent. So we are glad that finally we were able to get some aid to Gaza Strip, which these trucks have food, water, medical supplies, and medicines. Basically, it's just a glimpse of hope, but there is dozens of trucks are still waiting at Rafah crossing border, waiting to be in Gaza. What we were able up to the moment to let it in is just a drop in the ocean of needs. You're talking about 2 million civilians are in Gaza without food, water, and also without even electricity. More than 1 million civilians in Gaza have been internally displaced and they are now sheltering, whether in any facilities, schools, or even in hospitals. Hospitals themselves are overwhelmed, working full capacity, and they barely can deal with this increasing number of casualties. Or hospitals are run out of medical supplies, medicines, along with fuel. Up to the moment, the aid includes everything but not fuel. Only UNRWA was able to get a couple of trucks which has a fuel. And as you know, fuel is the most needed item now in Gaza Strip because all hospitals rely completely on backup generators to have electricity. So if the cut of fuel will be continued, that means thousands of civilians in hospitals will be killed, will lose their lives. Hospitals will be no longer able to operate, and even bakeries will no longer be able to produce bread, as well as even the drinkable water will also people will absolutely not even have even limited quantity of drinkable water, and this could cause many diseases.
We understand 4 of your staff were killed in an airstrike October the 9th. How has the Red Crescent's work been impacted by Israel's bombing? And how is your team coping the situation there?
So my team for the 18th day are still working continuously around the clock, although how much they are stressed out, exhausted, and even sad because of this situation. They are witnessing to see very hard scenes, horrific scenes each day when they see children and women a target of Israeli bombardment. Up to this moment, the number of people who were killed in Gaza Strip is around 5,087 Palestinian civilians. Among those, around 2,055 children. From the total number of victims, you're talking about 67% of the victims are children, women, and elderly people. Also, we have lost 4 colleagues during conducting their humanitarian role in Gaza. They were trying to save lives, but unfortunately, they lost their lives. This is the situation in Gaza. Everything is under intense bombardment, whether civilians, healthcare workers, ambulances, hospitals. This is just unbelievable. No one can even handle this continuous horrific scenes all over the time. However, even my team, our paramedics, are still in danger of being targeted at any second.